Some kids' dream cars are Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Lotus. When I was a kid, this was my dream car, Toyota Land Cruiser. And I'm truly smacking myself for not ordering one. This thing is absolutely amazing. Do not be shocked if by this time next year I have one. I'm not saying I'm gonna get one, but I want one. I gotta give a special shout out to Karl Malone Toyota here in Draper, Utah. Jim Sullivan is the salesperson who actually sold this. Be sure to reach out to him. Super cool guy. He's been here a long time and he spec'd out this one. This is the Meteorite color. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see the specs. So here's the description. It says Land Cruiser FE, which is first edition. And I love when they say wagon because that's what they've always called the Land Cruiser. Now this is the Meteorite shower color. It doesn't say it here, but you guys can see where this is built, right? Final assembly, Japan, built with quality. Standard equipment is listed right here. Be sure to pause it for more. And then here is the base price for this one is $74,950. And then $13.95 is the delivery fee for this one, and total price is $76,345. So they come one way, and that's a good thing. And here's the fuel economy numbers on the side. Let's go ahead and check out the front. Because this is sold, I cannot drive it, and I'm just in love. Like, I think that I was really angry about this new Land Cruiser, but I can't be mad long because this is my favorite car. I love the heritage lights that they added for the first edition. They have the rectangular ones and they have these full LED. We're gonna turn them on here in a second, and check this out. You have rigid lights down below, and you can go from white to yellow, and I'll show that to you. But you guys see the cutout right there? Air can flow through that way. And you have the front parking sensors up here and active grille shutters. They do spell out Toyota on the front end. This thing is super nice. I am definitely in love, for sure. I should have ordered one. My wife has a Lexus LX600, so when you guys see the interior, it's pretty similar with the seats and everything. But yeah, let's go ahead and turn on the lights, and then we'll kind of make our way around the SUV. Full LED headlights, as I mentioned, including the turn signals, and they give you an accent light right here. And then down below, you guys can see the rigid lights are currently white. Now let's go ahead and change the color. In order to do that, you hit this button here, and it'll go orange or amber for the yellow. That is so cool. Thank you, Toyota, for doing something innovative like that. Amazing. Here are the turn signals for the mirrors, and here are the full LED taillights too. Now down below, they are using white for your license plate lights, LED. And then here's your center high mount right here. I changed the filter on my camera because I really want you guys to see this color. This is gonna be a very detailed one, so if you don't love the Land Cruiser, you probably don't wanna watch this video. I am going to take a lot of time on this video. So the camera's right here, and you guys can see how they spelled out Toyota. There's no headlight washers on the front. I would like to see that, but hey, it is what it is. Now when you get the first edition, they do upgrade your skid plates down below as well. And you have your recovery loops right there. Most of this is all finished in plastic, which is not a big deal. Pretty decent ground clearance. Let's go ahead and turn the wheel in a little bit more so I can show you guys the suspension. So no surprise here, they are using a double wishbone setup. You guys can see the lower control arm is finished in steel. This is like a stamped steel control arm up top here. And hopefully you guys can see it, but they are using a aluminum steer knuckle. Now this shock is a passive one. It is a Takiko, and the reason why I knew that is because I can see the name right there. You probably won't be able to see it from this point of view. And something I noticed too was, you guys see the bump stop here? It is removable, so they probably can do some upgrades in the future, like if someone comes out with some packages like Old Man Emu, if you know who that is. They might have some upgrades for the suspension here. But you do have a disconnect for that stabilizer bar. Let's go on the other side so you guys can see. I might have to climb under. But the way it works is, you guys will see the mechanism right there. And there's a bar that basically just breaks apart, and then that's how you get the extra articulation there. Now you guys can see the drive shaft, and you can see those skid plates a little bit better. And then here's just one more look at that suspension and that steer knuckle. 4 piston brakes, as I can see there. And let's check out your tires. These are the Michelin's LTX Trails. 265/70/18 is the size of the tire. 6 lug, and you guys can see the capacity right here. 2,756 pounds. Max PSI for the tires is 51. I'll show you guys on the door what they recommend, but you guys can see the pass-through from the front bumper right here. They are using like some fabric material in the wheel well. And then check out that wide body stance on the side here. It looks like they borrowed those mirrors from the FJ Cruiser, by the way, too. Now, something else you get with the first edition are the rock rails on the side. And they give you the black door handles, blind spot monitoring, and these are heated. And let's just take a look under in the center. Oh wow, do you guys see how they install these rock rails? I don't think I've ever seen it done that way. It looks like they bolted it into the frame. That is super nice. Wow, you guys can see that center diff there. I'm sure they're using a stainless steel exhaust system too. They've always kind of done that. And you guys can see that rear diff down there too. And this has that multi-link rear suspension out back. And then here's that rear quarter panel, more wide body on the side there. And then just check out some of the design right there. Now up front, I didn't show you guys the mud flaps, but you guys see how they did those? They have a strap here.
That's a first edition.
Pretty interesting design.
I think it's parked on this row.
And then here's the wheel well, fabric material. And then here's the back. It just says Land Cruiser First Edition. More plastic out back here. And this is where we're gonna fill up at. I'll show it to you guys in a second. But here's the rear tail lights. They do hide the hitch down below. A little bit of silver accent. And more black trimming right here and here. But they skimp out on your iForce Max badge. Windshield wiper. And then there's a button to pop this open. You guys see where one of the cameras are. They actually tuck it behind the glass. That's interesting. Interesting. Parking sensors. Let's see if you can see that rear diff a little bit better. Now, as far as your spare goes, it looks to be a matching wheel and tire, which is always good. Recovery loops out back. And let's go ahead and pop the lift gate. They do have a camera with a sprayer right there. You can actually lock this door from out back as well. No third row seat option. And check this out. 120 volt plug out back. Here's that storage right there. And this is pretty much to protect the back here. It's really nice. Now, this doesn't seem to open up, but let's go over here for a second. If you want to flip the seat, it's pretty typical with Toyotas. They also give you this storage here. And then they have tie downs on both sides. You know, it's funny, they give you cup holders back here and USBs, but you can't get a third row seat. And look, they give you grab handles. I wonder if they're gonna allow someone to be able to retrofit those back here. This is not a 300 series, this is a 250 series Land Cruiser, so I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what they do, but they might offer a third row option at some point, because based off what I'm seeing back here, they have it all set up for a third row seat, right? Because if you see the Land Cruiser overseas, the 300 series, this is probably where they're getting all this trimming from, right? On the liftgate, you have some speakers, subwoofer, and lighting. And then power liftgate. Now I'm sure you guys would like to see the roof rail here. £165 capacity. Really nice stuff here, guys. And then one last look at these mirrors. I didn't show that camera on the other side. But let's go ahead and talk about the powertrain, because this is something I was shocked by. So here is the controversial powertrain. A 4-cylinder does not belong in the Land Cruiser. But as we discussed earlier, this is a 250 series, okay? With that being said, this engine puts out big power. 2.4 liter displacement, 4-cylinder turbo, and it has a hybrid system as well. So combined horsepower is going to be 326, and it's going to have 465 pound-feet of torque. Now you guys can pretty much see everything's laid out nicely for the engine. So intakes here, and I love that they use the clips because it's easy to take it out, put a new one in. You can do it at home by yourself easily. Washer fluid goes there, and more coolant. That could be power steering, or that's probably power steering for sure. And also you have your fill for your oil and your dipsticks right there, and then your spark plugs are under those packs there. So pretty easy. Aluminum construction, and this is port and direct injection as well. So this is a good powertrain. 326 horsepower is nothing to scoff at. I mean, 465 pound-feet of torque is more than the outgoing 5.7 V8, right? I own that engine. Best I got was like 13, 14 mpg. So yeah, 8-speed transmission behind it. I don't know what the rear axle ratio is, but first gear in this transmission is going to be a 441, so that's a pretty deep gear, which is good when you're going off-road. Now before I show you guys the interior, I have to show you the fuel tank because there's a little surprise in there for you. Here it is. Premium unleaded fuel only. So yes, you have to use premium for this guy. That's pretty interesting, by the way. With that being said, they do give you LED lights for your puddle lights here. All this is hard plastic. It looks like another light shines there to show you your storage and your bottle holder. Here's a little knee pad, soft touch. And this is all hard plastic, but right here you can see that white stitching, soft touch, soft touch, soft touch. And then here's the dash, a little bit more of that soft touch. And then this has like a rubber feeling right here. Pretty interesting. Grab handle. And then here's the design for your vents. And then this is going to be a screen, and then another screen on that side. This is going to be a power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. And then your seats are going to be 10-way, including the lumbar, and to give a manual adjustment on the front right here. It's pretty nice. Give you a little bit extra support for your legs. Yeah, this is so nice. It's basic and it's so Land Cruiser. They always stay true to themselves when they build these things. So push button start. It says power. Now here's the steering wheel. It says Toyota in the center. You guys can see it has adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, lane centering, and some of your controls for the screen here. And then there's a little monitor for that driving mode. This also has a heads-up display right there. And then check this out. That camera that was inside where the glass was is for this. And you're gonna have LED lighting, and this is just a touch. You don't push a button, it just senses your hand and it turns on the lights for you. And then this one does have the sunroof. And they do give you an interesting material. This is like a fabric material for the roof. Here is your vanity with lights. On this side, you guys can see they give you this guy. When you slide it out, to give you more shade. But yeah, this is done well. Like I'm actually impressed. At first, when I first saw the Land Cruiser, I was a little bummed out. But now that I see it in person, I'm a kid again. So 360 cameras you guys saw. So you have this, you can push if you need to like see where you're parking. And if you put it in reverse, then you have that 360 camera view on this side and then this one. Now let's just see what happens when you push some of these buttons here. You can turn off the lines too if you like. And then if you want to turn on your cornering view under the vehicle, you can do that as well. So multi-terrain monitor, pretty cool. And you can actually change the color, so if you want it to actually match the actual Land Cruiser that you have, then you can do that as well. Volume control is right on the side. You guys can see your wiper controls, lighting, and then here are some of your drive modes. Let's kind of go through them really quickly. So they do give you an eco mode, normal, and then sport, but it doesn't stop there because remember, this is a Land Cruiser, so you have this. So you have deep snow, mud, sand, dirt, and then automatic. And then this has the downhill assist control, and of course this has crawl control as well. So yeah, there's a lot of cool things that come with the Land Cruiser if you plan on going off-road. And as I said earlier, you do have a stabilizer disconnect, so this is the button for that. You can lock the rear, or you can lock the center, high forward where you're going to keep it at, and then it goes into low range if you get stuck. Now there's no paddle shifters, so you can just shift it down here. And here's just some of the climate buttons here. There's a heated steering wheel button on for some reason. And they put it over here, which makes me believe that when this is right-hand drive, it makes more sense over there. Interesting. There's that wireless charger, a little bit of storage. There's your cup holders. And then this is a soft touch material here. This is your cool box. You can just push the button. And then let's kind of go on this side of the interior now. They don't give you lumbar support on this side. Yeah, check out the stitching on the seats and the design. Nice bolstering on the sides of the seats too. And then check out this little trim piece. And then this is just another knee pad, soft touch. And here's your glove box. And then this is all that soft touch feel on the dash. And I don't know if I point out your USBs down there. And then out back, I'm gonna step inside because I want to show you guys this little badge here. It says Land Cruiser. You have single climate control. No heated second row seats, by the way. They give you 2 Type-C USBs, which are becoming more common, and the 12-volt plug. But if someone's sitting in the center here, I'm surprised that they put plastic, because this is just gonna get scratched up. They should have just put this in carpet. But seat back pockets here. You guys did see how the seats do flip down as well. These are the exact seats in the 300 series. And you have your anchors for your child seat. Here is the center armrest. By the way, they do give you air vents too. I don't know if I pointed out the air vents out back. So funny. I'm willing to bet you will see a third row seat Land Cruiser again in the States. If I was a betting man. And these seats do recline too. Let me show you how much they do. They do quite a bit. They do give you 3 headrests across, perforated leather. Yeah. More lighting down there, and then you have your spots for bottles and more lighting that shines down there too. No curtains. But they do give you a grab handle. And this is tight, but this is how the LX600 is too. This is the same size. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out the numbers on the door next. If you're looking to put this in your business name, it's just under 7,000 pounds for the gross vehicle weight rating, so 6,835. The axle ratings are right here, 3540 for the front, 4100 for the rear. And then the payload for this is going to be 1,100 pounds minus 150 pounds because of the rock rails, those roof rails, and a few other things that they added to this one. So yeah, it's pretty decked out. Now, if you want to stay till the end, I will go through the screens here, but for now, I hope you guys liked the video. I think that this is a really good addition to Toyota. Because they have the Lexus brand, it gives them space to play around with the Land Cruiser. Although this should have been the FJ Cruiser and they should have brought back the 300 series as they have it overseas, but that's just me thinking out loud. But be sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure your bell notification on. If I have another chance, I will do more videos on these, so yeah, stay locked into the channel. This screen is set up kind of like the Tacoma, so you have like 1, 2, and 3 menus, right? And if you hold OK, you could change what you see inside these menus. So if you scoot over to the right, for example, you can put your tire pressure there, traction monitor, pitch and roll, trailer brake, auxiliary gauges. This is something I would definitely want to put there. Also on this side, you can change what you see as well. So if you want your engine and transmission temp, I like to see gauges. That's just how I am. So whatever else you want to put in the center, you can put your map here if you like. Still loading. And then on this side, you have to set it up through the app, but once you put your phone number in and then send everything to it, you can pretty much have your phone locked in. You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Those things weren't even available on the previous 200 series. But audio controls are right here. Then you have your phone. You can connect your device. Also, you have some more information here, like your climate, for example. I like that they gave it to you on the screen, and also you can control it down below as well. If you go back, trip information. Oop. Off-road information. Shows you the pitch and roll. This is a really nice layout too. I would like to see like temperatures as well. That'd be kind of nice added benefit too if you're going off-road. And then if you want to personalize it, you have this. So you have your sound and media display, cameras. You can change the brightness of that too. And then vehicle customized, so you can change the illumination, some of the lighting controls, door control, and then boarding and exit, so you can change that as well, like for your steering wheel. Yeah, I like what Toyota has done with their infotainment. It's gotten better. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely one of the best ones that they've had over previous generations. Lastly, I forgot to show you guys, this has tow haul mode too, so this is another drive mode. So you have a trailer brake, tow haul mode, and this is rated to tow up to about 6,000 pounds. But with a short wheelbase, I don't know if I'd do that. But I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to subscribe again, as I said. See you guys soon.